I'm making this video to show you how to use this web page to look up historical currency exchange rates. In other words, when you're checking out your, let's pull this up here, your currency exchanges, let's get this over. Use this website here. Let me make it bigger for you. And I'll show you how to do it. So here's the first one. Way back when I started this thing, back on October 19th, the first week of our class, this is what I picked. I spent $1,000 to buy English euros. So back then, $1 was worth 1.02000 euros. So that allowed me to buy that many euros. So the Russian ruble, $1 was worth 62 Russian rubles. So I spent $1,000 on that, and I got 62,000 rubles. It's like a millionaire. And then $1 was worth 7.23 Chinese yuans. So I spent $1,000 on that as well, which allowed me to get 7,230 wons. So now what I'm going to do is go back and fill in the dates that I missed with what the value of what the exchange rate was on the different dates. So hold on and let me show you how that works. So again, here's the first one, right? So my total investment, $3,000. So that's what I got, $3,000. So the next week I was able to keep up, and this was the weekly change, right? So if it's black, it was an increase in American dollars. If it was red, it was a decrease in American dollars. So this is what I have. Remember, this is what I currently have. So what I did was I multiplied how many I have times whatever the rate was for this day, and that gave me a new value in US dollars. So I made money on all three of these, not much, but a little bit. Right? There was my total earnings increase, 28 bucks. And then I think I got the next one as well. Get this in there so you can see it right. So the November 3rd, I got the new exchange rates, and I multiplied them by these values, right? This is, again, keep saying this to yourself over and over. This is what you have, physically have. So you multiply what you have times the exchange rate, and that gives you your value in US dollars. So you'll notice it all went down. Now this is the one that I'm currently working on. So November 10th. So remember, these are the old, this was last week prices. I haven't updated them yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the website and find out what the exchange rate for 1 English euro to 1 American dollar was on November 10th. So you go back to this cool website. First step, you got to pick a range here somewhere. So let's pick the range to, let's see, how do I do that? Oh, here it is right here. Boom, 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 boom. So I just click the 10th. Click it a couple times until both of these change to the 10th, right? That's a trick, right? So just keep clicking it till the right date shows up. Click apply. And now I want 1 English euro, right? These are the favorites. These are the big ones up here. So 1 English euro and what it equals in a dollar, right? So back on November 10th, 1 euro was worth 1.0074. We go put that in here. That's going to be 1.0074. Now let's find out what 1 ruble was worth back then. Ruble. Right? And the date stays the same. That's the cool thing, right? So if you don't mess with it. So, and they're alphabetical order. So a Russian ruble is right there. Boom. And it does it automatically. So 1 Russian ruble back on the 10th was worth 0.0164 American dollars. So we just put that in there. Change that 1 to a 4. And then last was the Chinese yuan. And I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but let's go back 1 Chinese yuan. Okay, China starts with a C. China. So I noticed there's two Chinese. One is the renminbi, right? And one is offshore. So I'm just using the regular one. And so one Chinese yuan was worth 0.1384 US dollars. Oh, look at that. Same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to find out what the value is. So remember, this is how many I have. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put equals the number I have, shift 8, the star, times their value. Click. Enter. So now I'm going to click and drag this one down and drag the formula with it. It does it automatically. And so now we're going to do the weekly change. So for this box, I'm going to type in equals. I'm going to say today's value and then minus, which is the hyphen bar or whatever it is. Boom. And then I'm going to go up to the week prior. That. Enter. So that gives me the difference. So I made 30 bucks. So the English euro was taking a dive back then. If you were watching the news or anything, it really, England had just a horrible dip in their currency values. But now again, since that's there, I can just cut and I just drag that thing down here and it does it automatically. So look at that, I made money, yay me! And this should be the sum of that. Well, actually, this is the weekly change. So that should be black, but let's just double check. So this is what it was worth this week. That's what it was worth last week. So yeah, so if I subtract the old value from the new value, that is a $60 change. So that was the weekly change, and the overall change, it looks like I made a little bit of money, but let's double check again. So our current stock is that much. So what this number should be what I got now, which is what, C38, that's the right one, minus C20, which is the original one up here. Actually, that should be C11. So we're going to fix that real quick. And remember the dollar side trick. Good. So it made money. So when it made money, I like to make it green. Green means cash, hola. And red means you lost money. I hope that helped. MGZ out.